17th of September, and I finally got a second monitor, so it's a lot easier to set up some of these streams. I'm going to be working on the last level, also known as level 4, for Jack B. Nimble, and yeah, just basically going through my last tasks for the level. There's not really a lot left. Couple of assets in here that I'm going to have to work on. Hopefully it won't be too difficult. It's been a while since I've done, I guess, a lot of pixel art for this project, so I'll be... we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's just run the game, see how that level's looking. If I've unlocked it, even. Okay. Today? Right, here we go. Oh, I haven't unlocked it. I need to get 2 million. Rather than just doing the debug stuff, I'm trying to bug fix and playtest while I'm doing this stuff, so I'm not actually using any shortcuts to unlock stuff in the game. So I'm actually just brute forcing my way through it. So I'll just play some of the levels. I might find new bugs that way. I'm also checking my streaming settings to see how the performance is, because it's been a bit questionable in some builds, streams lately. When I came when I came back the other day to stream again after, you know, a month or two off, or maybe longer even, I left it on offline settings, so it just didn't... My voice and everything was all fine, and the audio in the game and everything, but there was basically no picture. It wasn't even a slideshow. It was like... yeah. It wasn't good. I've also put my mic in a different location, because I've got 2 monitors again, and they're the same size, so I'm able to put the mic between, like some kind of... oops, like a sort of makeshift pop filter, I guess. Maybe it'll work, maybe I'll just sound like I'm far away or something. I just actually had a game of Counter-Strike just then. Yeah, my mic was basically turned down because I've moved the position of everything, and doing that I had to like unplug a bunch of devices, and what was that? And yeah, for some reason, unplugging things like microphones and cameras resets volumes and stuff. Or, in fact, my computer wasn't even on when I did that stuff, so when I mean, they're obviously all in different sockets now, like, I didn't keep the same USB slots or anything, but I can't reset volume levels, surely. Ridiculous. Actually, just realised as well, I don't know how it'll come through on stream, but I know when I live look at the footage, I look like I need some anti-aliasing. Because my webcam's obviously not doing any filtering or anything like that, so the raw image is very jagged. I wonder if I'm actually going to get a high score on this level either. And you'll have to excuse the mouse on screen, it's just... what is that? That's pathetic, isn't it? That's not going to get me an unlock. So what, the next one's 2 million. Wow, okay, I'm really far away from these things. Let's go on Bitter Bluffs. I'm going to check for this bug, see if I've fixed it. first frame. It's still producing the snow effect behind the character. That's what I'm looking for. Even on the pause screen. I'm pretty sure I fixed it. It's just... it was such a strange bug. Yeah, I'm confident. Yeah, it seems maybe the live streams for this aren't really that productive, because I avoid doing anything too complicated as to not look overly stupid. There have been a few times where I've done some like maths on stream, and yeah, it took me a long time to work out something really simple. So I try to avoid it now. On the other side of it, it's like I'm not that confident in my art ability, really. So I get a bit nervous about doing, you know, even pixel art like live in a way that could be criticized, or maybe cause sometimes I'll do something and I'll throw it away straight away because I just don't like how it's turning out. Oh shit! Getting better, but what much you need? I guess I need about 500,000 on each. Damn. I'll try Rocky Records again. Let's go black and white. Yeah, so I'm a bit paranoid about that, but by committing to doing it now, I feel like I've got to get this last level done, and once that's done, I'm like, the task list is tiny at this point. It's just like bare minimum polish tasks, and to be honest, I know I don't want to do loads of little point releases, but I could release this, like, after doing level 4, you know, last level, finishing it off, I could technically just release it. Especially if the balance pass has been done, that's essential, but oh no, I haven't hit many candles. Yeah, I could release it and then do a patch that fixes that, you know, adds the little bits of polish I wanted to do afterwards. Especially if I'm going to roll off onto a PC. No! Roll off onto a PC version afterwards. The sun's setting. Nice. I'll have to do something with the light in a minute. Yeah, so I've been thinking about that, like whether or not that could be a route I get. Just releasing and then patching. It's just because I started out in the way that I wasn't going to patch the game, I was just going to incorporate patches into content updates, and the first content update was really fast. It was the first month, it was the month after the release. The second one was 2 to 3 months after. I think it was ready 2 months after, but because Apple went on holiday for Christmas, understandable, they couldn't approve it, so I had to wait a couple of weeks, so it ended up being nearly 3 months. So it's like 1 month, 3 months, and now it's almost a year and a half. So because I was originally going to be doing it was a Valentine's update, which was going to include the Jill Nimble character, and just noticed this. There's some kind of weird scaling stuff going on this monitor. I think it could be the cable. Yeah, so there was going to be a Oh, weird. I've just found the tab sort of pauses the game. Weird. Yeah, so I was going to add the Jill character for Valentine's Day. It was going to be like the Valentine's update, because not that any lore or canon has really been decided for the characters, but let's just say Jill's probably just a girlfriend and not a sister. Or I don't know. It doesn't matter, that's the thing. But basically I wanted to stick some kind of... I didn't have any female representation in the game. Although you could say that maybe Jack-o'-lantern's female, maybe? The deepest of lore. No, no, there's I wanted to add a female to the game on Valentine's Day. Seemed like it made sense. However, I wasn't sure on the level to ship with it, because I didn't just want to ship a character, because to be honest, the characters are just palette swaps, and they're just kind of a way of personalising the game a little bit. So I didn't want to kind of release an update that was just resting on that. Oh, this is not going well today, I don't know why. Yeah, so I think I tried to push getting Jack Frost in as well, so maybe 2 characters would have been enough, because Jack Frost didn't make it in for the Christmas update, which was the previous update. But I couldn't get the art right on him. He started out with, well, basically like a reskin of Jack, really, Nimble. So he had legs and arms and stuff. And I thought it made more sense to make him more like a snowman, and I just had difficulty working out how to make it all work in the game. There's not many pixels to work with, and it gets quite difficult to copy all of the animations across to a totally different shape. Because this is basically my game skeleton, the Jack character, and I work from that with everyone. There are some individual ones, like what eventually became Jack Frost, the snowman character, and Jack-o'-lantern is different as well. But all the others, I think, yeah, all of the others are basically all based on the Jack and Nimble skeleton. I make it sound way more complicated than it is. Sprite, let's say that. Base sprite, at least. Now this is going well. Getting a lot of high tide here, that's good. No! But way too soon. But the speed's on my side, so it's fine. Lose a few candles. Yeah, so after missing Valentine's Day, I thought, right, I'm going to try for an Easter update. And the Easter update was going to have... That should be a good score, though. It's not even 500,000. This isn't going well. Which one am I most likely to get 500,000 on? It's so close. It's 2,000 off. Well, not even. Okay, right. I can definitely do a better run on Bitter Bluffs, and it's got lovely music, so I'm okay playing that. So, yeah, I was going to do an Easter update, and Easter would... Because I didn't really have a level to go with the Valentine's update, and there wasn't one ready, the water level I was just on was getting somewhere. But... I couldn't balance the tide. It was always too difficult. I really couldn't work out what to do with that. I think at the time I didn't have... No, I did have crates, because I think I actually made the crate asset before the rock asset for this level, and this level shipped beforehand. Because obviously this was for the Christmas update. So, yeah, for the Easter one, it seemed okay to maybe just... Because the Jack Frost character wasn't ready, but Jill was ready, and the water level was further along, so I thought maybe I could just ship Jill with the water level, and then maybe to roll it into Easter I could add like a bunny ears crop for everyone, so all of the characters would have like a bunny alternate costume or something. But that was a little extra work, and it meant going out of the sprite size, so I would have had to make attachments, which is okay. It's how I do the fire. So when you hit flames, the flames will like sort of spawn on the character, and that's basically just an attachment that's attached to the character right now, but is invisible. It's maybe not the best way of doing it, but it's how I do it. Yeah, so the Easter one didn't happen either, and at that point it seemed a little bit like I was just missing deadlines all of the time, so maybe I just shouldn't give myself a deadline and just ship it when it's ready. A year later, well, basically a whole year goes by, like, Christmas rolls around, and yeah, like, at a certain point, I left Canada, and then that got in the way, because I was doing life stuff, and just things piled up, and eventually I just didn't have any deadlines, or I wasn't really ready to ship, and then, I can't remember exactly when, it was when I started doing the devlogs, and I guess it was 2 Ludum days ago, I think, that things started to like come together. It's like, right, I've been working on little corners of the game here and there, and it just seemed to start fitting. I mean, I got Barry to finish his work on all of the music, which was awesome. Like, I'm looking forward to when this game's actually done, so he can actually get something from this. Like, he's gonna sell the soundtrack on iTunes, hopefully. And yeah, I think he'll get something from it. Like, amazing music. Ah, I should have jumped. Yes, but I think I have to get 500,000 to get any further on this. So that needs. Oh no, I need 750,000. I'm not gonna get that on this level. I'll try it. This is why I need a reset button, because I knew that was screwed. Yeah, so it all started coming together, and now I've got this massive update that I've got to put out at some point. And yeah, since then I've rewritten the menu. Well, in fact, the menu's totally different to what's currently on the App Store. The map's been updated. Obviously, there's new levels like this, and well, this was actually from another game that I was working on at the time that got cancelled. So I just basically wanted to reuse the assets, and I think it fits because I was working on Jack at the same time as that jam, so my style kind of stayed the same. But now I feel like I'm a lot better at like pixel art in general, so I kind of have to. Oh, that was a really bad idea. So I kind of have to. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna concentrate. I need some grass now. No. This is ridiculous. Where's the grass? Although it's... There we go. I still need another patch to slow down properly. Right. No! Ridiculous. There we go. Now we're back in the game. Could get a pretty good score from this. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was saying by concentrating on this. However, it was probably something along the lines of, now I'm on the right track, everything's going well, but I've got a huge update, and yeah, I totally understand if people have forgotten the game existed. Anyone who's, particularly on Touch Arcade, I still keep posting in there, and I get sometimes I'll get a response, but usually not. Like, I think people have moved on. But I'd like to think that the polish and the effort I put in will be felt by those to play it. Oh no! This is yeah. This score's gonna be great, but This is very tense. What skill's that? Oh, awesome! We've done it. Great. That's good. That was fun, if a little tense. I still need to do the bounce issue. I'm just gonna make a note of that because I haven't yet. I thought I fixed that actually. That's strange. Let's double check. But that's awesome. In fact, I'm gonna check that right now. I know, I'll get this done. This is probably like the last thing I'll do, probably tonight. So now I'll get the bouncing score. Oh, I have fixed it. That's strange. Which window does IRC come up on? The wrong one. That's a quick answer. Just testing Twitch, making sure everything's working. Yeah. Well, there's quite a bit of lag on this stream actually, I didn't realise. I typed testing quite a while ago, and it's still not up. I wonder if that's the kind of delay I get when I stop the stream. I might need to let it go there. Hi, Respotting. Hello. There's so much lag here. Crazy. Yeah, where's my... Where the hell did that go? Right. Now to doing some actual work. Not just playing the game. Okay, right. Although maybe I should have played that level a little bit more just to kind of get the priority. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. I want to get my priorities straight. Oh, really? My stream's dropping frames. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I probably won't do it for this stream. I don't, because I think I'd have to turn it off and on again, so to speak. But I will for the next one. It's because I was trying to get the 60 frame stream going, and I probably just don't have the internet connection for it. Or maybe I shouldn't be running at 1080p, but I think resolution's important, so you can actually, when I'm in the editor, you can actually see the details. Read the text, for example. Right, so... Yeah, I'll probably change it to 2000 because I'm pretty sure if I check my settings, encoding, yeah, I've got it at 3000, so I might drop it to 2500. That could be a good, like, halfway house. Okay, awesome. Another gaffer. That's great. And also Construct 2 user. Yeah. There's not that many of them, it seems. Whenever I mention it to anyone, because obviously I'm a professional developer as well, I guess. Well, not a guess. I've worked on big things. I can't be, like, yeah, too overly humble about it, but yeah, like, people within development circles don't seem to know what Construct 2 is very often. It seems so. It's always nice when I hear of another developer in it. Yeah, so problems in this level. There's an art task I want to do that someone suggested in a stream once. That was to make these platforms look like they're actually in the lava. So add like a tileable texture along the bottom. Obviously, that is actually a task. So we'll see if I can actually do that. That effect there being terrible, that's also on the list. When you get hit by a... Where did the music go? There's something very strange going on with the audio at the moment. But yeah, basically I wanted to have it so that there would be like, where this line is here, having a second line underneath all of the platforms that sort of maybe animated, probably not though. It's quite complicated to do a tileable animated texturing construct. You can do it, but it's a bit more complicated, and I don't want to add the time onto the project just to like kind of work that out when it could just be a line that just goes over it, like basically tiles from the edge of here to the other edge, so it looks like it's inset. Yeah, the flames that come across the screen, the effect when you get hit is just so small, it's barely noticeable. So I'm going to probably... I think in code I might double or triple the size of the effect. Maybe shrink it over time. And then... Yeah, so see that, it's just... It's terrible. And then I'm going to make a bunch of little flamelets come off. And I'll probably up the volume on the collision. So you're doing Steam release as well? Maybe. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Releasing on Xbox One. I haven't tried it on Xbox One actually. I've got an Xbox One sitting right there. Can you see it in the mirror? There is an Xbox One sitting there. It's not plugged in or anything. There is one there. I could try that. Yeah, it would work on the platform. At the moment, it's purely iOS. Obviously, I've got this PC version that I run when I'm testing. But it works currently on iPhone and iPad. Mainly because they're test devices I have. About 4 or 5 months ago, I registered with Nintendo to become a developer, and I'm now technically a Nintendo developer as well. So I could put it out on the Wii U, but that would mean buying a development kit. And I don't know how much they are. I didn't check any of that stuff. I know they had some like deals and stuff, and I think there's an NDA saying what you can't say how much they are, but they're not free. I could say that they're not free. So there's a cost involved, and I don't make money from this game really. Like I made a bit on the initial iOS release, but it was enough to cover costs, and that's it. So putting it on the Wii U, where I have to get a dev kit that isn't free, is that is just a cost to me. Right, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think I know what you mean about the NDA stuff on the Wii U and Construct in particular. I think I know what you mean. I have some potentially similar issues, maybe, about maybe. Like older iPhones don't run the game very well, and then physics problems and some stuff like that. Maybe those things are similar to some of the things that you might get on the forums. I don't know, maybe. I haven't checked. One would guess that could be an issue. I haven't tried the Xbox One yet. I'm assuming it probably runs very similar to the PC, or at least my old PC or something, because I think I had my old setup was quite similar to next-gen consoles. Now it's like I've got a beast, I've got 1080 and all that nice shiny stuff, and I make a fucking Game Boy game on it, but that's fine. I am considering Steam. I know there's some front-end stuff I have to do. Control stuff as well, like supporting controllers and all that kind of stuff, which I'd have to do for Xbox, and if I was going to go the Wii U, maybe that as well. But yeah, there's stuff that needs to be done, and with Steam, I'm a little bit scared of going on Greenlight and getting kind of a lot of, well, basically being hammered by the community for putting a mobile game on Steam. I know there's a vocal minority that's quite a large minority, it seems, that hate the idea of anything from mobile going onto a PC, even though technically this began as a PC project. But yeah, we'll see. I'm actually gonna write down to test the Xbox version actually, but it's most likely that I'll do a Steam version next. Like once I've got all of the release materials done for the iOS version, like getting the launch trailer done, the website, all that stuff, I can then extend it to the PC and a Greenlight launch if I go that route. And yeah, at that point I'll do a Steam version, I think. Depends if I'm fed up with looking at it by then. But because it does work on PC right now, I could just do it straight away. Yeah, and about Downwell and stuff. That was why I did that. Why I was thinking of doing that. Like, there's a game on Steam called Line, which was basically a mobile game. I played it on my Surface. You know, I've got like the Surface Pro, and it was a touchscreen game. You don't get that very often on Steam. And it was great. Thought I just bought this. I've not long bought Downwell. Both of these games are basically mobile things, so if I'm enjoying them, then maybe other people will. And in Downwell's case, a lot of people have. I mean, the scope of that game is quite wide. Like, it is basically a different take on something like Spelunky, so it's got a lot of depth. My game, it's an arcade game. It would I mean, the price would reflect that. It would be a cheap game, but it's very polished, and I've put a lot of effort into it, basically. So I think maybe someone would appreciate it, especially people who are nostalgic. And I don't want to lean on nostalgia constantly, but there's kids outside screaming. There's a field out there, so it's prime location for children to scream. Nothing to do with me. Lost what I was saying there. But yeah, I think people who like pixel art stuff will like this game, basically. But yeah, from that I just right. So I've got replace loading screen with splash screen. Okay, no, we're going to do that later. Update standing animation. Nope, that's tomorrow. Just gonna get a note. Create achievement notification. I did want to do that next. Tomorrow. It's all gonna go on tomorrow. Rotate throbbing buttons. Don't think I need to. I'll say next week though, if I do. Double cogs, that's today. So I didn't even see any cogs that time. Yeah, the balance isn't quite right. I don't want to have to go through this stuff. This bit's horrible. Alright. They're still screaming. I'm sure it's nothing. Right, so level setup. This will be where I set up what actually spawns and when. This is gonna take some effort, I think. Yeah, I really should play more Downwell. I really, in fact, for anyone watching this, it's well worth looking at the Downwell website. It's excellent. In fact, I'm going to pop it up now. It's excellent. So yeah, basically the Downwell website is the game. So you scroll like you do in the game. It seems to be a bit funny on full screen, and your character's dropping like you would. And I absolutely love that it lands and plays an animation. That's excellent, and it's teaching you what the game is. It's the perfect website for this game. I don't know how the screenshots pop up. That's fine. GIFs as well, like obviously because a game like this doesn't look good in screenshots. I mean, it looks striking, but it doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing as it does in motion. Like in motion, the game looks nice. Like that's a screenshot. It's not as impressive as the GIFs above. Like that looks really cool. Like you can't argue it doesn't. It looks so damn cool, and a screen like. That doesn't really tell you anything, really. And I'm assuming... Missed a trick by not having a trailer in there. Yeah, excellent website. You can't go wrong with that. Oh, you can scroll it by... Yeah, it's cool. And what was interesting, actually, is I was wondering how they did it. And I love stuff like this. I'm a nerd. But... Yeah, I like ASCII art. Doesn't happen very often, but yeah, Downwell there. And then what was interesting was this. This is actually the level code. They're just using strings, same as Spelunky. And they've got it working with the website, so they must have a Java version of, a very basic Java version of the level editor or whatever, like, or a level editor, doesn't be the same one, which will be, I guess, downwell.js, that turns that into a level. That is so awesome. Like, yeah, I'm a nerd, but I think that's cool. But yeah, my website won't be as cool as that, I can guarantee you, but it's really, really nice. Right, so where were we? Take this headphone out. These new Sennheiser headphones have got like kind of cause like this suction cup in your ear, and it's just makes you feel like you're underwater all the time. It's pretty annoying. But they do work really well. I feel like I've been shouting all this time because I sounded like half underwater. Right. Okay, so it's not in level. Well, the candle setup's all the same, so that's fine. I've done that. Don't need that note anymore. And to get me through it, I am going to drink some Argentinian Malbec. Well, I might wait until I finish my coffee first, but I've been eyeing it up. It's very nice. From Tesco. Very cheap too. Good for the odd wino that likes to drink while working. Right, okay, so we've got level specific spawning, so this is just... Oh, so this is the cleanup I've got for... It's very brute force, this stuff, but basically I'm just... That's the easiest way to explain it. When I'm generating the platforms, I generate a candle or a flame or both the candle and a flame and maybe the grass as well. And I never want certain things to go over each other. So I basically check to see if they're anywhere near each other, and if one is, I just delete it. It's not an elegant way of working, but it works, like many of these things. I've just noticed that which is level 5? I always get mixed up with these levels. Okay, I'm not actually doing any cleanup on level 5. That's strange. I'm actually going to enable that again because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of references to spikes in my script, because at one point I was going to have spikes that you'd have to avoid, and it just seems a bit too violent for the rest of the game. Like, at the moment it's quite an innocent game. I mean, the most violent thing that can happen, and it's so hidden, is falling in lava. And it does make, obviously, quite a violent sound, but the action is the same as falling in water. You can't tell that, like, he'll get out afterwards and he'll be fine. It's falling on spikes is a bit final, you know. The only way you can really get away with it without it seeming violent is the whole Sonic thing where you sort of bounce off the screen and go. Right. Okay, so level specific stuff is just for cleanup. I'm going to edit that because I've clicked this quite a few times. I'm being confused by what it means. Right. So this is what sets all the directions of all of the objects that go across the screen, and why is that got destroy? Oh, if there's any elements in the air at the start, I destroy them if the weather's off. I don't think I do that on level 3, 4, or 5. Never going to get anything done if I keep testing like this, but I do need to. Why not move it instead of deleting it? Because of my lack of foresight for knowing how big a platform is, I basically generate everything runtime. There's no like predetermined like sizes or anything. There's some ranges, but it's quite hard for me to kind of work out where something is and then where it's going to be and where something else could be. Like, I'm not storing enough values. I could, but again, like a lot of these kind of like, they're going onto my nice to have list, and that gets everything that keeps going onto there. It seems like quite a large task, so I'm avoiding it. I'm a coward. Level 3, 4, and 5 I want to check, so that's Green Grove, Citadel, and Bitter Bluffs as well. Well, Bitter Bluffs doesn't start with any... Does it? I just either got some health or a text message. Ah, that's my girlfriend. I shall call her in a minute. Or a bit later, after I've done a task or two. I'll send her a message back there. Same with that level. And that level. Yeah, so basically, any of the levels that have like snow or stuff in the air. Well, yeah, performance is okay. It's just it's kind of more the design side of things. Like I would prefer if I'd set things up properly, like the way I send everything across the screen rather than generating it and you going towards it. I would make this game so differently if I did it again. Never make your game jam game a full game. You get stuck with stupid decisions. Okay, so yeah, basically, if you see, like, these are the bubbles that appear along the bottom of the screen on the water level. So I have a few of them just in the scene at the start, just to kind of make sure that there's something moving when the game starts up. But if you have the weather off, I want to turn all bubbles off, so I just delete them on the first frame of the game. But I don't do that on level 3, 4, or 5, so I don't need these anymore. Reset values. So that sets everything back to what it should be. It's basically resetting the game state. Because resetting all global values changes a lot more than just the values I want to change. Now I've picked up that wine, I really want to drink it. Damn you, coffee. Right. I really need to reply to that message. I really wish I could get iMessage on my PC. I could just do it on here instead of having to type on a phone. I'll do it now, actually. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to go through this event sheet in some detail. Because I can't remember how I generate anything now. Sorry, I am still staying here. I'm just sending a message. Right, okay. Oh god, anything that says level 0 or level 1 is always the worst script to go through, because it is literally the first stuff I did, and it's horrible now. Tree generation. This is something I did want to see. 1, 2. Oh, it's a level select. Yeah, so I was meant to have there are meant to be trees on level 4, and there aren't at the moment. So what I'm gonna do is, that's what this is classed as, level 4 tree. Why have I made another sprite for the same thing? Oh, I guess I was reserving, like, I might want to change the art. This is basically the same art as the level 1. Yeah, level 1 tree. Wow, the sky looks awesome. Huh, that's a good sunset. If you're around this area of the country, look outside, it looks great. I can't turn the camera around, it'll fall off the monitor and make a mess. But yeah, I've given myself like the freedom to change this art at some point. I think it's fine though. It does the job. Like these things whip past the screen in seconds as well. They don't have to be super polished or anything. They could have just been a solid color, really. But yeah, I need to basically copy paste this. Nope, wrong. Need to copy paste this one and then rename it. Where is it? Tree, right? To level 4 tree, and change the level to level 4. And now I should have trees on that level, which is excellent. Though I don't know if I've got the full screen effect. I do. Excellent. Right. That's that done. I'm just gonna have to play it though. I mean, that wasn't what I was meant to be doing. I know I got sidetracked, but this is on today's list, so I need to get it done. And I'm just kind of doing whatever I can, getting through this list. Right, so look out for the pillars that go past. Sorry, I've been calling them trees because that's what the first level called them, but they're pillars basically. And I think I need to turn the light on as well. Yeah. God damn, I can't wait to fix that effect. It's so bad. Oh. I definitely need to fix the generation, because right now, like, I should have seen a cog at least once in that run. Yeah, I think it's the... I think I'm being too harsh with the platform widths. I think I need to have longer ones more often. What is probably the issue is that I wanted to make this level really difficult. And it is based on the fact that there's so many different things that are either out to get you or just to confuse you in some way. It doesn't need to be the level. Like, yeah. I've made it too difficult, basically. But that's what today's for, fixing this damn level. What was that? Well, it's funny actually. The fact that these candles are chandeliers is a total accident. I basically hadn't set up anything. Right, so that needs to be fixed. I hadn't set anything up, but I put in a placeholder candle. And one of the things I have to do with most of my assets, in fact, all of my assets, I have to flip them, because they're all travelling in the opposite direction to the direction that bullets travel by default. So bullets always travel 0 along the X, or whichever way they're facing, which is 0 degrees. Yeah, so bullets always travel to the right by default if you've just placed one. So I flip them, and that obviously flips the asset as well. So I have to always flip the asset as well as choosing the direction it moves in. But I forgot to do that, and I just had some candles that were just upside down. I thought, if I just make the artwork work, I can just flip it the other way up. And that's what I've done. So I didn't actually have to do anything special to make them hang from the ceiling or anything. I just flipped the asset and left the code as it was. Easy win. Okay, I've not seen the pillars anywhere, so that didn't work. I should have seen them by now. What have I done wrong? What I could do is try and make them spawn every second, and then I'll know if they're working or not. If you release the mouse in the air, does your character start falling? Yeah, you can do. I'll show you now. I'm not using the constructor action for that because I'd done it before they added it. So I'm using my own. But basically, you can do little jumps if you want. So if you hold it, you hit your maximum height. And yeah, like basically, if you do little ones, like you can't really whip. Your whip gets cancelled when you hit the ground. It's mainly about getting over smaller gaps, or like jumping onto a box. But that's quite hard to like judge if you wanted to like get on it like very quickly. But yeah, you can. So clearly the pillar thing isn't working at all because I haven't seen a single one. I wonder why that is. I'm not looking for a score at the moment. Yeah, like basically you can tap to do a little jump or hold to get to the highest point of your jump. In fact, as explained in the tutorial. Well, I'm going to call this the manual instead of hint. But yeah, like, so if you hold it, I did this last week. Quite happy with it. And I just realised there's glasses up here, so I'm probably going to drink wine from a bottle, like a drunk. Actually, those are clean mug as well. I could use them. To look somewhat cultured, drinking wine out of a mug. It is a Super Mario mug though, so that's great. Super Mario, that sounds good. It's a really old mug too. I had that when I was 8. Which, for those counting, means it's over... Holy shit. That mug's old. That mug's like over 20 years old. It's crazy. Wow. Okay, let's try and work out what happened with this tree thing. So I changed it to every 1 second, which I don't really want to do. So I'm just going to make a copy of that and then change it back to every 1 second. And then just disable the one I actually want before I lose my copy paste. Tree time has to be more than 1 for it to work, and the game speed needs to be more than 140, and the level needs to be level 4, which it definitely is. And it should be creating those at on the tree layer. Is it on the tree layer? It is not on the tree layer, but that shouldn't matter because it's generating them. Huh. Why? I can't believe that mug's over 20 years old. That's just shocked me. Wow. I'm just going to close the loader because I keep opening it by accident. Every tick. What's that do? Sets the... Oh, that's some debug crap I don't need anymore. Tree time. Let's find out what tree time is. It's a variable that I set somewhere. I have no idea what tree time is. Or where I set it. I definitely set it to 0 when you die. That's probably to stop it so that the trees don't keep generating when you're dead. Tree time. I set it to 0 at the start of the game. When do I set it to 1? Well, on one of the levels I set it. I'm going to need to set it more than on one of the levels, so I'll need to set it on all of them. What? Where the hell do I set this variable? So on death, I just set it to 0. On level setup, I set it to 0, so it's never on. Oh, wait. I set it to 0, then I set it to 1 after 10 seconds. Huh. Screw you, autosave, although, yes, I do need to save. Thanks for reminding me. Autosave, what are you doing? I'm very paranoid about that. Always thinking it's going to crash. Where the hell am I setting that to? Alright. I thought it crashed then. Crazy. Yeah, I just looked at OBS. I am getting warnings about the bitrate being a bit off. Like the little green square sometimes flashes, so yeah, I need to drop the bitrate. That's fine. Because I'm not getting 60 anyway, so why try and push for it? I think resolution's more important, so you can actually read what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm actually seeing my video feed now dropping, so yeah, I definitely need to do something about that. Okay, so where is this? This is all in level setup. So I set it to 1 after 10 seconds. Maybe I didn't make it 10 seconds. That seems very unlikely, but that's only checking the tree time, actually. Level 1 effects. I need to find out what that is as well. Goddamn. So, level effects. Where was level effects again? Was that after level setup, was it? There. Alright, so I check tree time Y. Huh. The little smokestacks in the background of the Halloween level, I treat like trees. Oh, you gotta leave. Okay. Yeah, awesome. Have a good one, man. Or woman, I guess. I don't know from the name. That's weird. Fellow human. Yeah, I just need to do something about the lights in here. It's also getting warm too. Give me 1 sec. Right, yeah, so sorted the light out. Sky looks amazing still. Right, so I'm using this tree time variable for the smokestacks in the Halloween level, so that's why that was there. Tree time is set to 0 on death. And I also set it up in level setup. But I'm not sure where that's happening. So it's resets values. So it's on start. It's on launch of the level basically. Yeah, on start of layout. I set tree time to 1, so that should be working. I'm gonna double check that maybe I didn't wait 10 seconds. That could be why. Let's use this mug, shall we? Because I want some wine. Drinking wine out of a mug. Who am I? Doesn't even look strange. Ah, Hoot Labs, hello. Yeah, I enjoy Construct. Oh, wow, that's I should have given that a minute. That's rough. It's I'm sure it'll work in a minute. Yeah, it's great. I'm now able to make games on my own, which I wasn't able to do before. So yeah, Construct's pretty good by me. Didn't choose the right level then, did I? Yeah, at the moment I'm just kind of bug fixing and finishing off things like this, like basically finishing off the levels right now. Yeah, right now what I'm doing is trying to fix... I have these pillars that zip past the screen, and I've just realised what it'll be. I'm just going to double check to make sure. I'm going to leave it like 10 seconds and see. Like those crates just there, like grow, like slightly hanging over the edge, stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I'm fixing right now. Just really small niggles, but mainly on this level. This level is kind of my problem.